Hello everyone. Today we're going to do a lower body exercise routine. Now as you can see here, I have a Bosu ball, which you may or may not have. That's okay. And I also have a little yoga platform thing. So the first exercise I'm going to do is a Bulgarian split squat. Now the reason I have these, once again, is just so I can elevate my back foot as I do a static lunge. That's really what it is, right? So if I have something like such, I can put that down, grab my weights, I'm going to stand whatever distance I deem appropriate from it, pick my leg up, put it on top of the ball. Once I get here and I get my balance, then I'm going to come down and come up, all right? So I got to adjust a little bit. So I'm trying to put as much strength or effort into that front leg, right? When I stop or when I switch, for me, I like to just bring my back foot forward next to my other one because I obviously thought that was a pretty good distance to be. And then I got to pick it up and put it back there. I got to find it, all right? I'll get a few more here. Now we're also doing this one first because it takes a lot of balance, right? A lot of focus. So some of the others aren't going to have as much balance or focus needed. Okay, now if I use something like this, then I'm probably going to have to look back a little bit, find where my foot goes, balance, and then do it. Right? Now, this one I can't go down as far because the height on the box isn't as much. All right? Oh, I found it without looking. All right, second one is going to be a stiff-legged deadlift, or again, Romanian deadlift. Romanian deadlift just means I'm going to unlock my knees, stiff leg, obviously you have stiff legs. So here I'll do a stiff leg. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have the weight drop down in front of me. I'm keeping my legs nice and stiff, arching my back, putting as much stress on my hamstrings as possible, whatever you have, however far you can go. In other words, I don't have to go to my knee. I don't have to go to my mid-shin. Hey, maybe I can actually get all the way to the floor. Okay, I can't do it. But go down wherever you feel most comfortable and putting the stress on your hamstrings, okay? That's what we're trying to do. So first one, we really try to emphasize some quads with our split squat, hips as well, a little bit of everything. But here we're really trying to focus on the hamstring, okay? That's gonna bring us back into our goblet squat. Now, if you have a heavy enough weight, you can obviously just use one, holding it like a goblet, right? Like so. The palms of your hand underneath that top of the dumbbell. If you don't, you can just use two at once, all right? Maybe more like a front squat kind of thing, or put them together, okay? So I set my feet. Remember, your foot width is up to you. But in general, if I have them here nice and narrow, okay, that's okay. But now I'm doing a really narrow one, more like a skiing squat, right? As I go wider away from my midline, then my toes point out farther and farther until I would get to something like a sumo, okay? Now if I'm doing a sumo, I probably just hang the weight down here because then I can try and get to a box or the floor or something like that, right? But that's not as comfortable for me, so I like to be a little more narrow here with my legs. Remember, big toe, little toe, heel. My knees go forward, my hips go back, okay? And I sit in between my feet, okay? Big toe, little toe, heel. Again, meaning I don't have tons of pressure on my toes. I'm leaning forward. I don't have so much that I can wiggle my toes and I'm falling back. I'm somewhere in between, okay? In most exercises, you're going to breathe in on the easier part of the exercise and then breathe out, or hold your breath and then breathe out on the harder part. So obviously in a squat, coming down is the easier part, right? Most people don't get stuck when they're going down. So I put my dumbbells in place, I breathe in, breathe out slowly as I come out, usually once you get past your sticking point, or as you go past your sticking point, right? I breathe in, breathe out as I go up. That's the harder portion. All right, now, as our finisher for this lower body routine is again from Jeff Cavalier, Athlete X. So I love this one, especially after you do like a hard squat day. And I believe he calls it the triple threat for legs. So what he's going to start with is actually a front squat into a jump. Let me make sure I get this right. Jump, front, and then wall sit backwards. All right. So the first one we're doing was with a jump. So I'm going to come down. I'm just going to jump up. So I'm not going in a full squat. It's like a partial squat, right? I'm trying to get some elevation, obviously, off the floor. It's plyometric. Got to build a lot of power. Once I get to whatever number I deem appropriate, we'll say 10, right? Or whatever number that might be in. Then I'm going to come into my front squat. Again, I can just have them in front of my shoulders. It does make your shoulders do some extra work. Okay, I'm going to come down, hopefully as low as I can get. Right, I might have some flexion here in my back since I don't have proper footwear or elevation of my heel. All right. Again, maybe I get to 10 or so, and then I go to that wall sit that we had practiced previously. Set my feet. Slide down the wall. Get to hopefully about 90 degrees on my knee hip, holding my weights. Right? Trying to get obviously my legs are doing a whole lot of work right now. When it gets too tough to hold this extra 20 pounds, 10 pounds each hand, then I can drop it to the side, this time not hitting the wall, and then I try to keep it going. I have to pretend it's really hard, otherwise I'd be here all day. Okay, that's a joke. All right, and then when it gets hard, I can slide down, and just like previously, right, I might just set a little timer, take a quick break, or just get right back into it. Grab those weights, go back to jump squats. Most likely you're gonna wanna take a break because that's gonna be super hard, and of course, if you actually took it to failure, you're gonna need a break. So, that was just a good lower body routine, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.